Hello and welcome, friends. I hope everyone is ready to fight.
For some reason, I feel like I'm weirdly far from my microphone, even though it is in the same place and I am in the same place as always. I keep I don't know why.
Have you changed your lighting
Random.
setup recently?
So I believe I mentioned, everything you can see on the camera looks the same in this room, but everything out of frame is completely different in here. I rearranged a bunch of stuff. Not like that wasn't intentional, that I wasn't trying to change anything in the frame. It just happened that way. But part of that was the lamp that usually is on over there got moved over here. And so when that's on, it illuminates my face in a very weird, halfway thing.
See, I feel like there's more shadows happening in the upper left corner of...
Well, but I'm not using that lamp. That's why I'm not using it. So instead, I have this is my craft table back here. That's my sewing machine. There's a hanging pendant lamp above it. That's what I have turned on as a temporary thing, because I got to figure something else out. Because having this lamp on was just half of my face was super illuminated. It was weird.
Noted.
So I didn't think about that when I moved it. Fine. Have you noticed my shirt here?
That's delightful. That is incredible.
This boy is my favorite character to torture in Untitled Goose Game. So, yeah, my t-shirts came. It was
wonderful.
Really hard to choose one, but I was like, yes, I was very excited about this. Yeah, I don't know, just keeping busy. I don't know that I really have much vibe to be checking at the moment.
That's fair.
How about you?
Well, I mean, it's always a beautiful day to when you wake up and Lindsey Graham doesn't.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's there is a little part of me that hates to be too gleeful about a human being being dead, you know? Because I mean, he had people who cared about him and stuff. It sucks. But at the same time, if I'm feeling sort of down or, kind of struggling or upset about a thing, I think to myself, Lindsey Graham is no longer making decisions that affect this country. And then I'm a little happier. So there's that.
Yeah.
I will not delight in a person's death, but I will delight in the fact what their death gives us sometimes.
And I love that every time one of these decrepit Republican fucks dies, we get a little taste of what it's going to be like when it finally happens.
Yeah, which it's so concerning isn't the word I'm searching for, because I'm not as chronically online as you are, so maybe you came across things, but I felt like I was seeing a lot of people who were trying to come up with conspiracy theories as to how he died.
See, that's not really my side of Twitter. My side of Twitter was mostly just people memeing it, which deserved.
Yeah, but seeing all these people who were like, oh, this was very sudden, and this is just Lindsey Graham. This is not, a higher up person.
Yeah.
Which makes me concerned. I mean, we all know it's going to happen anyway, that whenever he dies, and we all know who he is. Yeah. But it's going to be so much worse. We already know that people are going to have conspiracy theories about it.
But isn't it going to be so funny to see how stupid they are?
By the way, when I was at the last Nickel City Comic-Con, I was looking around a booth, and the people who owned the booth were, having a conversation, and I didn't catch the beginning of it. I just heard it part way. And the guy says to this woman, he's like, well, I know one thing for sure. They will never invent time travel, because if they had, he would be dead by now.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
And I just started laughing, and I looked at him, and I was like, I don't know who you're talking about, but I know who you're talking about.
But I know who you're talking about. And I'm loving all of the specifically male and transgender sex workers whose NDAs are now void that Lindsey Graham has kicked the bucket, who are coming out and being like, yeah, he was paying for a lot of kinky sex.
Do NDAs become void upon a person's death? I thought those were like forever.
Actually, let's Google that.
Yeah, I thought that was just like a permanent thing. Like, you will never speak of this.
Do NDAs? I know they can expire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I didn't think it had anything to do with the... I mean, I have not seen anything about that stuff online, because, again, the internet just doesn't do it for me. I just have no interest. So I've not seen anything about that, but if true, top notch. Big if true.
Big if true indeed. Kind of unclear based on Google, because I'm not going to trust this AI fucking summary. It seems to just depend on the terms of your NDA. So, who's to say?
Yeah, that's interesting. Never occurred to me because, well, it makes me wonder, like, all the reasons you have an NDA, too. Like, it's usually just, like, shame, I would think, most of the time, right? Or
that, or, like, industry secrets.
Like, I was going to say, yeah, like, trade secrets. And so I could see trade secrets never wanting those to expire, right? Because that's, like, proprietary information. But even if it's, like, a shame thing, you still wouldn't want that shame to be, like, on your family and stuff after you die.
I suppose.
So, yeah, I mean, I hope it's true, but I would be suspicious.
Indeed. I feel like I had something else to say that was in a similar vein, but it is now eluding me.
About Lindsey Graham?
Not about Lindsey Graham, just about, like, you know, the clusterfuck that is reality currently.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't know how things are where you are. We're at a similar level, like north and south-wise. And
oh, it looks like the Breaking Bad Mexico filter outside.
Yeah, I didn't even realize there were wildfires, and like I looked outside today. First thing I saw when I looked outside, I was like, "Is it supposed to rain?" It was so dark.
Yeah,
and
it's not. Didn't realize
there were wildfires up in Canada again.
So
yeah,
you hate to see it.
It's real weird looking out there. I don't like it.
You really do hate to see it.
Interestingly, though, the air quality alert doesn't start until tonight at midnight, so it was fine today, even though it looked like that.
I don't trust that.
Yes, but it's like, I have to go outside. Like, I have things to do.
It is unfortunate. See, that's one thing I do like about working in an office.
Mm-hmm.
All I had to,
have to go outside to get there.
I do have to go outside to get there, but that was it. All I had to do was walk into and out of work today, and that was my only outdoor time.
Yeah, I had to run a bunch of errands today, so I was in and out quite a bit, but it didn't seem bad.
Fair enough. All right, let's get into it for the evening. I have up first is the question that got cut from last week's episode for time. So picture this. You get $100 million, but if anybody in the world is wearing the exact same outfit as you, you die. Do you take the deal? What do we think?
My initial thought is absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. This is so easy. Because, like, where my mind in particular, when I saw this question, is I have some really niche fucking shirts. Like, my Plagues shirts.
Yeah.
My singular Plagues shirt. Who the hell? Like, there's probably, like, 20 other people on the planet who have one of them. And if I pair it with, like, a particularly eccentric pair of pants.
Yeah.
Got it on lock, now, baby.
The one thing that concerns me personally is like all of my race t-shirts. Because, you know, like every race I do, hundreds or even potentially thousands of people get the same t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me a little more nervous. But I also wonder, like, it's not just like generic jeans, right? Like it has to be a specific brand and like, you know, make and model essentially.
Yeah. That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah. I mean, so, but then also like the same, does like underwear count? Because that really affects it too.
I'm going to say yeah.
Because at that point, I think it would be incredibly unlikely that somebody is wearing the exact pants, shirt, underwear, bra, socks, shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah. Okay, but what if we limit it to just shirt and pants?
That does make me a bit more nervous. Again, just because of the race shirts that I have. Like, the odds that somebody has the same jeans that I do.
I'm going to say that you get to pick the outfit when your wheel of chance is spun here. So, like, you get to pick the outfit and then
if anyone is wearing the same outfit, I assume this was like if at any point you happen to be wearing the same outfit as another person.
I kind of interpreted this as like a one-time thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if anybody in the world is wearing the exact same outfit as you, it's not really specific, I guess.
No, I was interpreting this as you are handed this one time, you are handed 100 million. But if at that time anyone is wearing the same outfit as you, you die.
But you probably wouldn't know in advance that this opportunity was going to present itself. So you wouldn't be able to like choose your outfit specifically for that. So like, what if it happened right this second?
See, if we're doing just shirt and pants, no. If we're doing everything down to accessories, absolutely, because I'm wearing custom-made bracelets.
I think it's just clothing. Like an outfit is clothing, not accessories.
Then no. I'm wearing very generic clothing right now. I have on a pair of Nike shorts, a concert tee from a fairly popular band, a Target bra, and Target underwear.
Yeah. Yeah.
My undergarments are far too mass-produced.
Yeah. It's like I'm on the fence because like not a lot of people are going to have this t-shirt design, and you get to pick the color shirt that gets printed on and everything. So that makes it even less likely that somebody has this shirt. But yeah, I mean, I'm not wearing anything else particularly unique. So I don't know. Could the shirt be enough to carry this?
Who's to say?
But if you did know in advance and you got to pick your outfit, I could definitely put one together. I'd feel pretty confident in.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like like my Plague shirt, my Chanter shirt, my Tech Wear pants, I'm set.
But also, like, I guess that might not necessarily be fair because you could have like custom made things, like things I made with my Cricut, for example.
This is true. I mean, well,
that's sort of cheating the system.
I guess it is in a way.
Because I definitely have one of a kind shirts, technically, because I made them.
Well, I mean, you have a shirt from Nice Shirt Thanks as well.
That's true. That is one of a kind. I've never worn it, but
got one of those. I still haven't thought of a good prompt.
I wasn't super happy with it. I mean, the design was cute, but I hate like shirts that are essentially just like a square of print, like on a thing. I mean, this one has sort of close to that, but not quite.
Not quite.
But it's literally just like a rectangle that they printed on a white shirt, and it's like somebody could have printed this out on their computer, and that's probably what they did, honestly. But
yeah, I can't come up with something that I feel like is going to be funny enough to justify it.
Yes, mine was Harley knitting a sweater because I wanted to see how they would get a snake to knit a sweater. Apparently, it's just his tail, like the end of his tail.
Whatever.
And he's wearing a little sweater that says Harley on it.
Aww.
Because I included his name in the prompt.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So I've never worn it, but I have that. Yeah. So technically, there is no other shirt like that in the world, and I didn't make it myself.
You did technically purchase it. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like what if it has to be clothing that you've purchased? So technically you're still safe there.
Mm. Oh yeah. I
And
just
like
throw that shirt on, my weirdest pair of pants.
yeah. I mean, and I don't know that I have. Well, I mean, you did cut that one repugnant shirt for me.
That's true.
So like that I couldn't use to like quote unquote save myself or like guarantee, but I do have some pretty unique shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess it depends on the rules.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that happens so often with questions like these. We don't know all the rules, and it's like...
I know, and this was... I think that... Where did this
So we just have to kind of choose them.
I'm pretty sure this one came from Instagram, so there wasn't, like, more text besides, like, just the title / question.
Yeah, I know I looked at it last week when we were originally going to do this question, but I don't remember. Yeah, and usually they don't provide that level of detail, so we just have to decide for ourselves, like, whether it includes underwear or not. Right? Like, for example. Which, I want to say, I feel like technically it shouldn't include underwear, because that's not really part of an outfit. That's like your under outfit, but it's not the outfit. Unless you're trying to get, like, a whale tail going, technically it's part of the outfit.
You're not
part of the overall aesthetic.
You like consciously lived through the 2000s, like the early 2000s, in a way that I did not. How common was that really?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was super common, but I also wouldn't say it was uncommon.
Okay, then.
I mean, I definitely saw people doing that.
Do you think it's a power move?
No.
Explain.
Explain why you think it would be.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like you're courting eyes in a way that feels very like... What's the word I'm looking for here? Confidence seems too simple.
The way you're saying that seems to imply that any attention is good attention.
I mean, I'm an attention whore.
I mean, nobody wants to see your underwear, I guess, is the... like... To me, a power move is getting people to, like, notice you and pay attention because of, like, earned attention, essentially. As opposed to, well, I just thought I'd let my underwear stick out so people feel like they have to notice and be disgusted by me. Like, those are two very different things. A power move is earned.
So here's the thing, though. Sometimes I feel like a flashy outfit can be a power move.
Yeah, that is the idea of putting together an outfit, sure, but just simply leaving your underwear to hang out, that's not putting together an outfit.
What if it's part of the outfit? Like there was clear effort put into the entire ensemble, including whale tail.
Well, then people would probably pay attention to you for the overall outfit.
Point taken.
And in that case, it is earned. But that was not my experience in the early aughts, that people were putting these things together consciously as part of an overall look. It was mostly just a lot of teenage and young adult women who wanted attention for the wrong reasons in a lot of cases, in my experience. Probably some people who should have been in therapy for the most part.
Yeah. Having... looked back via photos, I will say that the aughts seem to have been a lawless wasteland from the fashion sort of standpoint.
Yeah.
Which
it was hard because that's when I was in high school.
And here's the thing. I'm not going to say that it resulted in zero looks, because that's not true. Mm-hmm. But, like, man, some of them were yikes.
Yeah. I was in high school from 2000 to 2004.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so comment. Like that was like the worst era for fashion. It's like the worst possible time because I think Y2K made people lose their minds a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I think everybody had collective insanity that lingered for a few years because everybody was convinced the world was going to end. Like the mass panic, like even people who didn't think it was going to end, like the news did such a good job of convincing everybody that our method of saving like storage space by representing the year with 2 digits instead of 4 digits was going to destroy the entire infrastructure of the country.
Yeah, that seems a little ridiculous.
Right, like that was the whole thing that people were worried about was how they recorded the year in computers. Mm-hmm. You're aware of that part, right? Like that was the concern.
Yes,
yeah.
Because
so it wasn't
2000.
like yeah. So it wasn't like I mean, there were some people who had expected an apocalypse, but they were talking about like, oh yeah, all the power stations are going to shut down because the systems are going to be so confused and not know what to do. Right. So like the power goes down and all these other things go down and then it just becomes mass chaos in the streets and we enter the purge, I guess. And so I think, you know, there was a collective trauma after that and people coped with it in weird ways, including horrendous fashion choices.
Okay, I'm going to take this banner down because I'm going to assign both of us some homework. I want us both to come back next week with like a killer outfit from the 2000s and an awful one.
Like pictures?
Yes.
Because I still have actual clothing from that time period.
I mean, you can wear it if you want.
Actually, I got rid of most of the... I did finally get rid of most of my like shirts and stuff that I wore in high school, but I do still have like... I will never fit into them now, but like some like ripped distressed jeans and stuff that I loved in high school that I'm like, I'm just going to hang on to these.
Cute.
Can't wear them, but they were worn in the early aughts.
I got some tees floating around from high school, but that's about it at this point.
Yeah, I unfortunately kept a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have kept for a long time. You've seen some of my shoes from that time period because you've seen those red and white Vans that I wear for power. So I bought those in probably 2001, 2002.
Nice.
So that's what I was wearing when people were doing this stuff.
Okay, yeah. But that's going to be our homework for the next week is we have to come up with what we think is the pinnacle of aughts fashion and the pit of aughts fashion.
That's hard because that was also low-rise jeans.
Mm-hmm. It was a time. And
it was so hard to buy clothing.
I was not even online.
Yeah, no, it was impossible. I have trauma thinking about going shopping because this is before online shopping, so you had to go to like the mall.
I am vaguely familiar with the concept.
Jeans after jeans after jeans, and none of them fit correctly because they just want your ass to show. That's like the entire point of jeans. And anyway, clearly, again, lingering trauma from that time.
As I can see. Oh, I should have played our outro bells.
Ding ding.
When I brought that to a close. Okay, so the next thing unless we want to keep ragging on the early 2000s.
We'll probably do that next week if we're bringing pictures.
Okay, so the next thing I have was a video that came across my Instagram feed. Would you rather have your doctor be a little drunk or your pilot be a little sad?
I think there's an important clarifying question first. Like,
please.
What is your doctor doing? Like, we know the pilot's flying a plane, but are we talking just like a routine medical exam? Hopefully not like surgery.
I'm going to say a physical.
Because if it's surgery, that's a clear answer.
Yeah.
Or even something simple as, well, no, they don't draw blood or anything like that. So it's pretty much either just physical exam or like surgery is pretty much all doctors do. Because like
pretty much
assistants and nurses and do all the good stuff. So, and that, I don't know. I might choose the doctor being a little drunk.
Say.
Because, like, again, my initial thought was, oh, the pilot for sure, because just, like, being sad isn't going to affect much. But I was also imagining a doctor, like, doing surgery or something immediately in my head, and I was like, no. But honestly...
I trust a slightly drunk person to give me a physical.
Well, yeah, like, when they do that, it's like, let me look down your throat, let me look in your ears. And it's not like they're wasted. Because if they were wasted, I might be a little more concerned about them having a pointy thing that they're sticking in my ear to look in there. Kind of. It's slightly drunk. It's probably fine.
Because, like, here's the thing. I don't know about you, but sometimes, like, if I am slightly intoxicated and trying to do a task, perhaps a craft, I kind of lock in.
I think sometimes I do better at things because I'm trying to, like, overcompensate.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, oh God, I know I've been drinking and I'm slightly buzzed and I don't want to, like, mess something up. And so I, like, focus that much harder.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, more than I would if I hadn't been drinking.
Because, like, here's the thing. I've been a little sad at work.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, my performance is not great. And I don't do anything nearly as high stakes as what a pilot does.
Yeah, although there is something to be said for the fact that, like, the pilot doesn't choose to be sad, but the doctor has chosen to drink on the job, and that's concerning.
True.
Like, what would lead them to think, like, just pound a few beers before I go to work? Like, that's concerning no matter what your job is.
Yeah,
yeah. And so I can't imagine them being that concerned about their job performance.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. I guess
that's definitely something to consider.
See, here's the thing. You're completely correct, but I guess I'm sort of thinking about it in, like, a vacuum, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think that there is something, like, I do think it's important to consider the potential context.
Yeah.
Because if we were simply thinking of it as, like, how would this affect their job, that says one thing. But if we started thinking about the context beyond, that sort of changes things, which I think makes it more interesting too. Because I definitely, see, I'm always going to want to get into the weeds, like, why is the pilot sad? Because that matters.
The pilot got dumped. Like, and not just, like, after a couple months, after, like, a serious relationship.
That would be more than a little sad, I would think.
Okay, so then maybe they did just get dumped after a couple months.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be more like a couple months thing, like, because I could see being sad, like, I thought that was kind of going somewhere,
Yeah.
Versus, like, something like that versus like a relative that they hadn't seen since they were a kid died or something like that, and so they're kind of sad. It's like, oh, it's somebody I knew, they were part of my family, but I haven't seen them in a long time, and didn't really have an attachment to them, like that kind of little sad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those are different kinds of little sad.
I would agree.
I feel
like they're also on a similar level.
I think they're similar level of sadness, but I feel like the relationship ending would be more distracting because that's something that, like, kind of affected your day-to-day life potentially versus like the distant relative dying. It's like, well, I hadn't talked to them in how many years, so it's not like it changes my life. So I'm not going to be, like, ruminating on it as much. That's why I wonder about what they're sad about.
So I would say
I'm always going to want to go into the details.
And, that's your job on this show, and we love that.
Can't help it. That's just what my brain does. It just wants to pick everything apart immediately.
I'm trying to think of a reason that your doctor would potentially be drunk, and none are coming to me, to be completely honest with you.
They were at an all-weekend bachelor or bachelorette party, and they're still a little drunk when they go to work the next day.
Sure. Okay. That'll work. And again, I feel like that still ends in me preferring the doctor being slightly drunk because, like, they were out having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I could definitely see that being something that happens where it's like, you know, they were at this party and they were drinking until like super, super late and they wake up and they're like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go to work. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
But in that case, they would probably be trying really hard to hide the fact that they are still drunk.
Which
so
would almost make me trust them more.
Yeah, so they'd probably be trying to be extra careful so nobody catches on.
Exactly.
Even though they probably you can probably smell the booze coming out of their pores in that scenario.
Fun
but
times.
Still, yeah. It's like I can just smell it thinking about it, you know?
I've never been that bad.
You've never smelled a person who still smelled like alcohol the day after they've been drinking heavily?
I don't think so.
You have to be around people who drink very heavily because then it literally like they start to sweat out booze. Like it's unsettling. I myself have never smelled that way, but I have definitely been around people who have.
Noted.
Just smell like
All
a brewery.
What are there any other like professions to bring into this conversation here?
I was about to say like other professions where they essentially hold your life in their hands, but honestly, in that scenario, the pilot does hold your life in their hands. The doctor doesn't.
Like, I'd be fine with my dentist being a little drunk.
I don't know. That is different to me because tooth pain is like so oral, like mouth pain is the freaking worst. Like, and if they slip up and like stab you in the gums with their little pointy hook things or something, oh man, that would freaking suck.
Okay, so then I put this to you. Would you rather your dentist be a little drunk or a little sad?
I feel like sadness is probably better in that scenario. Because at least they still have their motor skills. Like, fully intact.
Yeah.
I mean, I have very sensitive teeth. So I'm not messing around with that. Like, I can't even use mouthwash.
Okay. Wow. Did not know that. I'm going to say that my teeth
tried so many kinds.
Average sensitivity in that case.
Yeah, no, mine are real bad. I've tried like every brand of mouthwash possible. They all make my teeth hurt.
Sorry, just remembered. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to find it in time because it's buried deep down in my Twitter bookmarks. But I was scrolling today just cause, and I saw a tweet from somebody that said, "Wanted to improve my oral hygiene, so I bought a water pick. Tried to use it the first time, shot a jet of water directly down my throat, and projectile vomited into my sink. Never try anything ever." So I will try and find that tweet for the people's reading pleasure, because sometimes it just be like that, you know?
Yeah. I have to brush my teeth with Sensodyne, like a particular kind of it.
Terrible.
I mean, I'm used to it. It's the only kind I can use. But it's not even just like Sensodyne in general. It's a specific type. I don't remember if I've told this story before, but a new kind of Sensodyne had come out. This was when I was living in Maine. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, over 10 years ago at this point. But I was like, oh, a new thing to try. I kind of spoiled the ending of the story, but a few weeks later, I started having like these white spots appearing in my mouth, and my tongue started swelling up to the point where I couldn't, I was having trouble talking.
Oh.
And I'd gone to the doctor and they were like, we have no idea what's causing this. And so they put me on all these medications, gave me this magic mouthwash that I was supposed to use. And in the meantime, I had to keep brushing my teeth, you know? Mm-hmm. And I discovered that the new toothpaste was like really burning when I was brushing with it, but I still had some of the old kind left. And when I would use that, it wasn't as bad. And so I was like, I'll just use this old one until my mouth gets better. So that's what I did, and it finally got better. And so like, okay, I can switch back to the new kind, and it came back, and I was like, wait a minute.
Hold on now.
There's something in this toothpaste that I'm allergic to, apparently, and it's for sensitive teeth.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, they were just like baffled. They had no idea, and it didn't occur to me because I'd been using it for quite a while before that happened. Mm-hmm. You know, so never made the connection. Yeah. Sensitive ass teeth. I am not messing around with a dentist who might have motor skills impaired.
That's fair. Actually, though, the little water pick story that I stole from the internet, what is your? I don't even know if I can think of this, but I'm going to ask you if you have one. Like, what is your most "why do I even fucking bother" story? Like along those lines, like, oh, I'm going to be better about my dental hygiene, and then you just wind up fucking triggering your own gag reflex. Like, I feel like I have to have something like that, but I don't know what it is.
No, I'm not sure what that would be.
Tripping into the pits at my old job and ripping my pants all the way up the inside was definitely like, I remember I was so pissed that day at work because I tried to go home. I was immediately like, no, fuck this. But then they were like switching over our work phones or something, so I had to stay for the entire day. Wasn't fun.
I thought of another profession.
Do tell.
Somebody who's cutting your hair.
Yeah, I would rather have. Would I rather have them be a little drunk or a little sad? Fuck.
Because, like, man, one wrong move.
I don't know.
Because especially I'm imagining, like, you know, I've had various people. I'm one of those people. I do not care about my hair. I only get it cut. Oh, I forgot to get it cut, and I'm gonna. I was gonna say I only get it cut when I haven't had it cut in a long time, and I'm about to see my mom. I'm gonna see her tomorrow, and I haven't had it cut since like Thanksgiving.
Oh boy,
I forgot until just now. Shit.
No.
So I've never really cared. I just kind of go wherever, you know. So I've had a lot of different people cut my hair, and I've definitely had some people who were like way rougher than they need to be. You ever had that? Like they'll like, you know, because they'll like comb out a section to be able to cut it, and so they just like drag it across my scalp in a way that is unnecessarily aggressive, and then ignore the fact that I have all these piercings and just catch my earrings and stuff. I'm like,
you do hate to see it.
So imagine those people being a little bit drunk.
I think I would rather have my hairdresser be a little bit sad.
Yeah, same. I don't.
All right. Do we have anything else to say about this one?
No.
Okie dokie. Remove the banner and sound the bells. Next. Which celebrity is surprisingly bad at the thing that they're famous for?
I feel like there are so many actors who fit into this category.
I mean, aside from being a genocidal maniac, Gal Gadot can't act for shit, I'll tell you that much.
She is hot.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, her as a person aside. But I mean, it might be just me, but there's a lot of actors that I just look at them I'm like, you have zero charisma. Like you are a talking white wall.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily their fault per se. I think that's just like that's the way their voice and face are. That they just are not built for the thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, why can't I think of their last name? Do you know like the Amell brothers, like Robbie Amell and I can't think of the other one's name. But like the one guy was like played on the show Arrow. He was like the Green Arrow in that show. They have zero charisma, and I never understood why they keep showing up. Oh, Robbie Amell was in the newer X-Files episodes. He was like the new Mulder. In the recent season, the more recent seasons.
The revivals?
Yes. Like he wasn't literally the new Mulder, but he was like, you know, the two younger agents.
Oh god, it's been so long since I've seen those.
Oh man, I was like, oh, I thought I'd stumbled upon a role you might know from.
Sorry.
But yeah, there's just something I think.
That's fair. I'll get back on the Taylor Swift hate train. I really don't think she's, all that in a bag of chips.
Really? I mean, I think she has talent.
I think.
I mean, she's not my thing, but
I think she's decent. I don't think she deserves the most specialist female pop star there's ever been type treatment that she gets. She can sing. Yeah. She can write a catchy tune.
Yeah.
She can't really dance. I've seen videos of her trying to do that on stage, and
but that's also not her job.
I mean, it's not, music. But there's a lot of, kind of pop stars who can.
Yeah, but that's not the thing she's famous for.
I suppose. Yeah, you make an excellent point.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think she is overrated and overhyped, 100%. But I do think she has talent, though. Again, not my thing in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
But she is capable of writing music that is catchy, and she does have a nice voice. So I wouldn't necessarily say that she's not good at it, what she does.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, people I think blow it way out of proportion.
Oh yeah, 100%.
She's fine. She's got some skill. I don't think it's enough to have launched her to the level she is. She's not her voice isn't like Ariana Grande level. That's talent.
I would agree.
Again, I couldn't name a single song of hers, but I've heard her sing. And I'm like, wow, she's got a nice voice.
I don't think I've ever heard an Ariana Grande song.
Mm-mm. It's one of those things I I'm sure I have, and if I heard one of her songs, I might be like, probably. Oh, I recognize that kind of thing, but couldn't name one.
I believe I said this on the podcast. I was impressed by her performance in Wicked.
Yeah, I still haven't seen those movies.
Fine.
I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there's something in me that anytime something is seems like it's overhyped and shoved down your throat, whether you're interested or not, it automatically turns me off on that thing. And I feel like Wicked was one of those things.
I'd say just go see a performance of it instead.
Well, yeah, but it was just one of those things where it's everywhere and they're doing all these partnerships and they have all the merch, and I just get so tired of it that I have no desire to see the thing.
And I probably said this at the time, but Wicked could have been such a banger 3-hour movie.
Yeah, the 2 parts I feel was more of a cash grab
unnecessary.
Because they got to drag it out longer and have different sets of merch and the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, but I definitely think there are a lot of musicians who don't really have any sort of skill.
Motley Crue.
I mean, I don't like them.
I don't think they're not good, in my humble opinion.
I was thinking more along the lines of a lot of modern artists, it's just auto-tune, like a Lil Jon.
Should I know who that is?
Oh God. Do you not know?
I don't think so.
I'm not even sure how to react to that. Because it wasn't that long ago that he was
Hold on. I'm assuming it's Lil.
Yeah.
Hold up.
It wasn't that long ago. Well, maybe it was a while ago. He literally just appears in the background of hip hop songs and says, "Yeah."
Oh, you know who does that shit these days? DJ Khaled.
I saw that was one of the comments. I'm aware of who he is, but I don't think I've ever heard any music he's involved in.
I have only ever heard him in the background of songs going, DJ Khaled.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lil Jon is essentially that kind of shit where it's and it's not even him saying it. There's so much auto-tune involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's why?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, so a lot of those kind of artists where it's it was not that long ago, Kyle. Was it? No, it's that can't be right. How old am I? No, it wasn't that long ago. What?
2001?
Now I want to Google, like, when was Lil Jon relevant? Oh, it's bringing up popular. Holy shit! Reached his peak popularity in the early to mid 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm trying to think if there's any other like particularly egregious examples now of like
Fascinating. That's wild.
musicians along the sort of Lil Jon, DJ Khaled type beat where they do essentially nothing.
If you need that much like electronic help for your voice to sound appealing to people, like you don't really have talent.
You know who's the opposite of that though? Who like uses a ton of auto-tune but is actually a really, really good singer? T-Pain. T-Pain has a great voice.
Yes. I mean, again, I know who he is, but that's about the extent of it. So I cannot comment on that.
Did like a live cover of War Pigs, the Black Sabbath song, and Ozzy Osbourne like tweeted and was like, "Why did no one show me this? This is incredible."
That's cool.
So, like, that's a fucking seal of approval if there ever was one.
Yeah. I was just thinking about I don't know if this is still a thing anymore, but there was definitely a time period where they took like every Disney Channel star and pretended they were also musicians.
Yep. I lived through the heyday of that.
Yeah, which I'm not aware of them still doing that, but Selena Gomez and Hilary Duff.
Yep.
And like all these people who it's like, I don't like, cover my ears and cringe and scream for the horror of when they sing, but I don't think they can sing any better than any other random person on the street.
Yeah, no, not really.
It's like, just because I think that's what happens a lot of the time. It's like, just because a person is famous, they're like, oh, I can also do other things. And it's like, no, you can't.
Not always the case.
Yeah, it's like, you're good at this one thing. Please just stick to that, sweetie, okay?
Tommy Wiseau cannot act or direct.
Everybody knows that. And he's, I mean, that is technically what he's famous for. But he's famous for being bad at it, is the thing.
This is actually, you know what? A long time ago when Maddie was still on the podcast, I want to get your take on this. Do you think he's putting it on?
Didn't we talk about that? I'm pretty sure we talked about that at some point.
Oh, well then I don't remember your answer.
Because I do remember having this conversation and trying to like come up with them. Like, I don't know. Like,
I truly have no idea.
Yeah, it's like almost impossible to say because I can imagine either way, right? Because there are obviously people who try really hard and think they're doing a really good job at something. And then it's just like, oh God, like,
yeah,
this is hard to watch, right? But then, yeah, I think there are plenty of people who pretend that that's the case because it gets them attention. Like, again, no such thing as bad publicity, kind of.
Like, here's the thing, though. If he is putting it on, that is one of the, like, greatest pieces of, like, performance art I have ever seen.
I do lean toward that he's not, though.
I think I lean that way as well.
Yeah. I would be more inclined to believe that he genuinely thought he was making a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, this is also a thing I've said before, but I'm going to say again. The amount of money I would pay to know the actual facts of that man's life, obscene. Because he's never going to give us a straight answer. Like, we're never going to know.
You know who else never gave us? You know what? Never mind.
Well, now you have to say it.
Yeah, but that's the first place my brain went. That's fine.
Who else never gave a straight answer?
Jimmy Savile.
Stop!
But it's true.
No,
like,
you're right.
He was famously evasive.
Yeah.
because he would always give those sort of like cryptic answers too about stuff, and and technically when he answered questions, people assumed he was joking, but he wasn't. Like his ongoing joke of like, oh, my court case comes up next week, and it's like, no, but he literally was in court a lot of the time. People just thought he was kidding.
Although my hot take about that whole situation as an American, just look at the guy. Mm-hmm. Look at him.
Yeah, but you also have to keep in mind like the time periods, right? Because like, we were talking about like Y2K fashion. Like at the time, people thought that was fashionable. We look at it now and it's like, God, how could you not tell that that's horrific to wear like a skirt over jeans?
Oh God, that was going to be what I was going to specifically search skirt over jeans as some of for my homework of finding horrible Y2K outfits.
Oh no, I think that was more of a celebrity thing. I never saw a person actually do that in real life.
Yeah, it was like a red carpet thing that should never have been.
Yeah. But like, there were a lot of things that at the time, they seem normal or acceptable. Like, think so much of the time, like when you see like old dolls and stuff like that, where it's like, how are people not haunted by this?
Yeah.
Right. So I think to us in retrospect, we look back at him and it's like, oh God, well, how could you not tell this man was a sexual predator? But maybe they saw him differently at the time. But I think he fits into this category. I don't think he was good at what he did.
I have the vaguest of concepts of what he did. I know he was like Mr. Wish, like a Make-A-Wish kid thing, but for children that didn't have cancer.
He was basically a TV show host.
Yeah.
Because he hosted Top of the Pops, so he was like a Carson Daly.
Oh.
You know who Carson Daly is? I mean, yes, he had a show called Jim Will Fix It.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
that was later. Of. Yeah, but no, he started off as like a shady character in the clubs.
Not surprising.
Yeah, but then he was on Top of the Pops, which is like a really long-running music show, which I think it went on for quite a while after him too. But then, yeah, he eventually was kind of too old to keep doing that job, with popular modern music and all these young people that would be on the show. He kind of aged out of it, so that's when he switched to Jim Will Fix It, which is really hilarious. Yeah, because it was like all these kids who would write in with like the things that they wanted, and these weren't like Make-A-Wish kids; these were just random kids. Mm-hmm. Like literally any kid could write in and be like, "I want, to do this thing," and he would make it happen. But he also famously hated children. Like he said it all the time. He hated kids.
That's so fucking bizarre.
Like, and it wasn't a secret. He would like tell people, he's like, yeah, no, I freaking hate kids.
I do recall seeing on the internet some story where like apparently he like briefly attempted a career as like a wrestler, and his opponent, like he was supposed to be the guy who loses in like the story.
Oh yeah. The heel.
And the guy who was supposed to he was supposed to beat him regardless, but he overheard Jimmy Savile talking about like doing things with underage girls, and he beat the shit out of him for real.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that if he had known like the extent of it at the time, he would have killed him. Which, like,
oh yeah, he should have.
100%.
What a horrific figure. Yeah, I had watched some documentaries and stuff about him, like when everything first broke several years ago. Mm-hmm. I never came across that story, I don't think, but Last Podcast on the Left recently did a multi-part series on him. So.
Oh shit! I know they just did Anton LaVey, which I still haven't listened to.
Yeah, they've been doing this Mount Rushmore of evil, as they call it.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, like the four most evil people in history, and yes, Jimmy Savile is one of them.
I would say Elon Musk is up there.
The four worst people in history. There's worse people.
Yeah,
he sucks.
He sucks.
I'm trying to remember who the other ones were. There was definitely a Nazi in there. I can't remember which one.
Megalo?
Maybe. I can't remember how many they've done so far, but yeah, anyway. But yeah, he was part of their Mount Rushmore of evil, which, yeah, when you know the sheer number of people he victimized and stuff. But anyway, yeah, not good at his job. Even setting all that aside, not good at his job.
I'm trying to
Just
think
creepy.
of any words like directors who can't direct, etc. Or like writers who can't fucking write.
Oh man, I know there are so many like Stephanie Meyer.
Yeah, she can't fucking write.
It's the worst. I will rant and rave about how bad she is at writing.
Oh, you know who else can't write? E.L. James.
That's what I was gonna say. I go on a tirade about E.L. James like at least once every couple years in my classes.
As you should.
Sometimes more often. Yeah. Terrible. Which, you know, that started out as Twilight fan fiction, 50 Shades of Grey did. So very
9/11 is directly responsible for Twilight, and I'm not even kidding.
God, I hate those books. And movies.
Yeah. Anyway. I'm not gonna lie though, as a person who was in like 7th grade when Twilight hit, I was having fun at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely older. Well, I was in grad school, so I was in like my early 20s or something when I read it. Oh yeah, I had to have been like maybe 23. Yeah. Because I borrowed them from somebody who I went to grad school with, but she only lasted a year, so it had to be my first year in grad school.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Because the books 3 and 4 I borrowed from her. So I was a little older, but yeah, I mean, I definitely was like interested in them. She writes in a way that does kind of make you want to keep going, even though it's not good.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, you know, sexy vampire.
Yeah. There is that, but
I will say,
not good at it.
Like, 11-year-old me with the crush on Robert Pattinson from Twilight has been so, like, I'm so vindicated. He is the best thing to have, like, come out of those movies.
Yeah, honestly, well, Harry Potter was kind of
he
what
wasn't
started
Harry Potter,
it, though.
This is true.
That's what kind of launched him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly forget that he was in the Twilight movies, to be honest, because I think intentionally I blocked it, you know?
That was my introduction.
Yeah, no. I thought he was adorable in Harry Potter, but in Twilight,
11-year-old me was cooking with that crush, honestly.
Yeah, so I would definitely say that's clear. I'm not going to go off on Ernest Hemingway again, but
yes, I know you think Ernest Hemingway is a terrible writer.
Yeah, but I was just trying to think in that same vein of writers. Those would be the main ones that. Ooh, someone says JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, she can't sing. Although, yeah, I mean, I would say she's technically kind of famous for dancing or gymnastics, whichever the fuck it is.
I'm honestly a little unclear. Like, I'm aware of who she is.
I am aware of who JoJo Siwa is to a degree. And despite the fact that she's kind of awful, I once saw a post that says something along the lines of, I have a really hard time judging JoJo Siwa for anything because her childhood should have been illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can still assess a person's talent.
This is true. Yeah.
Setting those things aside.
She's not a good singer, like, at all.
Yeah, I definitely was older than her target audience, you know, when she became so, like, I was aware of her existence and I saw stories come out here and there and scrunchies, right? There was like something with scrunchies, but that's the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah. She was shilling those hard.
Yeah. So, but I will take your word for it because that seems right.
I feel like there's got to be another, like, glaringly obvious, like, because I'm such a film person, my mind just keeps going back to director who can't direct.
Other than Tommy Wiseau.
other than Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, I mean, I think
this has been kind of in my like my Twitter feed recently. You know, Mike Flanagan, the Haunting of Hill House guy.
The actor?
No, the guy who directed it.
Oh, then no. I mean, I've seen the show.
He's adapting Carrie into a miniseries, which seems really weird to me. But like everything I've heard about this, leave it alone, first of all. But like everything he has like said about this in like interviews about like, oh, what are your upcoming projects? Like, what can we look forward to, etc. It just shows such a fundamental misunderstanding of like the book and the character.
Mm-hmm.
It's bizarre. He's like, oh, like you've read Carrie, I would assume.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, you know, like Margaret White is actually like a really loving mother who just wants to like protect her daughter. It's like, no! Did you read the fucking book?
No, just watched like the various movie versions and stuff like that and came away with a unique interpretation, I guess.
Bizarre.
No way.
Bizarre.
You read the source material. Yeah. I mean, I like
Charlie Kirk was 100% terrible at what he was famous for. He debated unprepared high schoolers.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I feel like that's the case with most politicians and influencers. And by the way, did it go away? I was scrolling through the comments just to see if there was anybody particularly interesting, and DJ Khaled was on there, right? There were a few where it's like, yeah, sure. But somebody did say the U.S. Minister of Education was caught calling AI A1 repeatedly in an interview.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Like the steak sauce.
This is so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Ooh, Steven Seagal.
Yeah. Yeah, he's bad.
Rachel Ray. Not a good cook.
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know if she's a... Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of ones that are from kind of like different corners that I would not have thought about, like because there are like a lot of athletes in here, for example.
Oh my God, Misty! Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
We really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was an important one that came up in multiple comments. Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
Not good
that
as a TV
not
personality
a doctor.
Or as a doctor. Because he doesn't even have a doctorate, right? Or does he?
No.
I couldn't remember if that was just like a moniker or if he had like a PhD or something like that. Because sometimes they just throw it on there, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I had something that I was going to say. Oh, because Misty brought up Charlie Kirk, one just not deserving the fame that he had for being like a debater. You know, there's gonna be a Charlie Kirk statue in Times Square. We're about the timeline is about to be flooded with some really fucking funny videos.
I have a lot of questions. Like, who's putting it there, on whose property?
I have absolutely no idea. Like, it's not like it's not like that's going to be the permanent home of it or whatever. But it's like, oh, the statue is making its debut in Times Square. Girl, we are about to get some hilarious shit coming out of New York City.
Just because a person dies, regardless of how they die, does not automatically mean that they are a good person who deserves like all these things.
Yes, you should. I fully support you, Misty.
It won't make it out. I assume that means you think someone's going to destroy it.
Yeah. Something's going to happen, and it's going to be hilarious.
I do look forward. You know, that's the silver lining in this. Like, I'm very upset that they would put a statue to him literally anywhere. But thinking about what is going to be done to that statue does make me smile a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no way. But though it is kind of hard, like, depending on where in Times Square it is kind of hard for people to vandalize it and not be seen because, you know, cameras, there's police there like 24/7.
Here's the thing. You're so right. However, I believe in the ability of New Yorkers
Yeah.
to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's
absolutely
be all that's necessary.
Yeah. So all of you bold patriots out there,
you have your mission. All right. Yeah. Unless you have anything else to say, because I can go on about this all night, girl.
Oh, yeah, no, there are so many other like people who just should not. I don't know how to understand how they got famous in the first place. Mm-hmm. It does not require skill to become famous. We know that really for 100% certain.
All right. So that is going to bring us to the worstening for the evening. Let us my banner and begin the meditation.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Listen, cue ball, you're only making it worse.
Thanks, that even makes it worse.
It's worse than you know.
It usually is.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's the worst goodbye I've ever heard. And you stole it from a movie.
How marvelous.
How are you worse this week, bestie?
I don't know that I'm that much worse. This is unprecedented, potentially.
I say unprecedented.
I continue to be gaming.
Not shocked.
I purchased a third camp slot in Fallout 76.
Yay!
Because I already had 2 camps going and I couldn't bring myself to destroy either of those, even though because I'd already destroyed my first like legit camp to build another one, and so I was like, I don't want to get rid of either of these, so I'm just gonna buy another slot. So I have 3 camps. So that's that. Yeah, and I think I mentioned last week I finally hit rank 100 in the season, so I got all this. And I now have Mothman power armor paint that I'm real stoked about.
Slay. I love that.
It's real cool. I got this like Mothman package in the Atomic Shop. I'm wearing a Mothman mask currently on my character.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I mean I continue to do that. I continue to watch anime and do all those things. What have I been doing since the last? I mean, it has been a shorter period.
It has been a shorter period of time. Yes, our last episode was on a Friday.
I feel like there was something that I'm just not coming up with, but yeah, I don't know that what have I done since then?
You would know better than me, bestie.
I don't know. Because, I mean, again, I do play Fallout 76 literally every day because I got to do my little tasks, you know? So there's always that. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something. Maybe it'll come to me. Perhaps you should offer yours.
Well, Twin Temple just announced that they're releasing a new album in October, which I have already pre-ordered, so got my grubby little paws on that. Kyle has already seen this, but I have only seen the first season of the show. We've started watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm really enjoying it.
Like the original, I assume?
Mm-hmm. It's been delightful.
Yeah, it's been on my list for a long time. Yeah.
Highly recommend. Actually, because I get to start where I work, we do like 50-50 like hybrid telecommuting. So I get to start work from home tomorrow so I can wake up a little later. So after we finish recording for tonight, we're going to watch the last 2 episodes of the first season.
Nice.
Because we got to almost the end before we hopped on for today. But there's that. Man, I don't know if I'm all that much worse either. Maybe it is the shorter time period.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally got my hands on my fucking Jackass shirt.
Oh, I didn't know that was something you were trying to do.
It had like been marked as delivered. Like I got the post office email that was like, oh, your package has been delivered. I was like, okay, so where the fuck is it? Turns out it accidentally got sent to my old place, but I finally have my hands on it.
Ah.
Even though I swear I deleted my old address out of the Hot Topic app. So what the fuck is that about?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But she is finally mine, and you can catch me rocking that on the stream tomorrow night, probably. Because I didn't feel comfortable wearing a shirt that said jackass to my job.
I don't know. I feel like that's pretty... not really considered a swear.
It's pretty tame, but I was also like, maybe not.
I'm laughing because another Nickel City thing. We were at a panel. It was the Buffy the Vampire Slayer vampire reunion panel.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the James Marsters was talking, and answering a question and said copious swear words, in his response. And then the next person up to the microphone to ask a question was a little girl. And he was like, "Oh my God, there's children here. I'm sorry." Oops. And she was like, "It's okay. I know all the swears."
Adorable.
I thought that was hilarious. And now that's all I could think of, like, the swears. I know all the swears. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm that much worse. Although I did recently have the idea to make a Johnny Knoxville photo card, and I think I'm going to make that happen for myself.
Sure, why not?
As I said last week, I am so attracted to that man.
I don't know why all these stories about Nickel City are popping in my head. It's been weeks, but I was talking to one of the vendors, and they said that Nicolas Cage had done his first ever con.
Shut up.
Like, he's never done a con before, and he decided to do one. Apparently, he's an absolute nightmare of a person.
I can't. Here's the thing. Like, I can't say I'm shocked.
Which, it's funny because, like, we've talked repeatedly about, like, the man never turns down a paycheck, right? Like, he'll do anything.
And honestly, respect it.
But he treated, like, photo ops in very much the same way. Like, so when he would be, like, signing autographs and stuff like that, like, he was behind a curtain so that people couldn't even take a picture of him from a distance. And then apparently he was so disinterested, wouldn't talk to, like, anybody that had paid. He was just like, yeah, whatever. Didn't smile,
man.
Never smiled on a single picture.
You hate to see it.
Again, this is all according to this guy. I didn't, like, fact check him or anything, but it's like, at the same time, I'm not necessarily surprised. I mean, he continues to be our patron saint.
Oh yeah, no, still patron saint of the podcast.
Yeah, he is very important to us. His acting, not necessarily him as a human, but his roles, his movies, very important. But I thought that was interesting. Like, would that stop me? Like, if he were going to be at a con that I would go to, would that stop me from?
I don't know, man. I don't think it would.
But I also bet, like, how expensive can his, like, photo ops and autographs and stuff be?
Christ, I don't even want to think about it. But, like, as I've said before, no one is doing it like him.
Yeah, honestly, like, I don't think there's any level of asshole he can be that, if it were affordable, that would stop me from getting his autograph and stuff.
Yeah, honestly,
he can be as much of a dick as he wants. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Still.
I don't really think I'm all that much worse in any other ways, though.
Yeah, no, I can't think of things.
A tragedy.
I mean, I guess technically my new shirts count.
Yeah, okay. I'll say that counts.
Because they're very silly. I can't wait to wear my Brondo shirt from Idiocracy.
Yay! Okay, so that is going to bring us to a close for the evening. I realize right this second that I forgot to check on the status of DFN and Regrettable Reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops. So
I never think about it.
Don't know if there's DFN on Friday, and I'm pretty sure there is no Regrettable Reviews this coming Tuesday because they just did whatever the hell George Lucas's directorial debut was. But
there was a number involved.
There was a number involved. But we've got
THX something?
THX 1138, I want to say. I could be wrong. But we've got the stream coming up tomorrow. I am going to be flying solo and attempting to finish Iron Lung. So we'll be doing that. Don't know about DFN on Friday. Big Dumb Monsters Monday. no regrettable reviews Tuesday, as far as I'm aware, if my calculations are to be believed. And then back around to Fighting with Friends on Wednesday and the stream again on Thursday. We've still got our deal going on with the Bull and Bee. You can go to thebullandbee.com and use code MONSTERMEAD at checkout for $5 off your online mead order. And other than that, we've got our 250th episode coming up on August 4th. That is going to be a Tuesday. Time to be determined, but that will be featuring Johannes Eckerstrom of the band Avatar. So don't miss it. It's going to be a real good time. As always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we will be back again next week for more fights. We will see you then. Adios, everybody.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brookes. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday and Thursday. You can subscribe to our Twitch channel to watch our live broadcast without ads, or donate to our Patreon for ad-free access to our entire library of past episodes and streams, as well as fun bonus content. Fighting with Friends is a member of the Eclectic Cult Media Network. Check out the links in the description for more episodes from us and from all of the shows on the network. Thanks for listening.